Hello and welcome back. Guys, this channel is all about tips, tricks, gadgets, and hacks to make everyday life a little bit better. Now I'm going to show you how to use this belt sander, which I got from Harbor Freight, to make this kitchen knife razor sharp. These sanders are not very difficult to learn how to use. It is a good idea to practice on some inexpensive knives first. I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to go through all the steps. Stick with me. At the end of this, you're going to know how to use this machine to make any of your knives razor sharp. Hit that subscribe button down there. Check this out. Alright, first things first, let's talk about angles. There's two different angles you're concerned with when you're sharpening up a knife. The first one is the angle of attack from the belt to the edge of the knife, and you want to keep that at about a 90-degree angle, this way. The second angle we're dealing with is the angle of your edge itself, which is this angle. This one you want to run at about 22 to 25 degrees. You also want to make sure you keep the blade moving so you don't build up too much heat. This will not hurt the temper of these knives as long as you keep that blade moving. Use gentle pressure on the belt as you draw it across. So the way to do this without messing up the temper and to get a good sharp blade is gentle pressure. So keep the knife moving. Doesn't take but a couple of strokes to get that thing right back to sharp. And if you use gentle pressure on just the belt, 400 grit belt with real gentle pressure, you end up with the utility edge. It's really tough. There's just a little bit of a burr left on here, and we're going to take that off with the leather. Take the 400 grit off. There'll also be links in the description below to all this stuff and answers to the questions you're going to ask me anyway. What grit was that belt? This one's leather. What grit was the first belt? It was 400. So now we'll take that burr off. Woo. I don't know if the camera will focus, but there's a little microscopic burr right there. All we gotta do is knock that off and this thing will be shaven sharp. This is about a 1200 grit jeweler's rouge. We'll put that on the leather belt. Clean that stuff off and I'll show you how sharp this is. Get all that crap off that blade. Now, you don't have to make your knives this sharp, but you can. Whoops. But you can. That knife is shaven sharp in just a few seconds. See if this will show up. In just a few seconds on that belt sander. That's the easiest way in the world to get a knife razor sharp. How about that chef's knife? Now, I really wasn't going for razor sharp for this one. It's more of a utility edge. You can actually hear it. Get it closer to the mic. You can actually hear those micro serrations on this thing. That knife is going to be a lot tougher for a lot of chopping and slicing chores. And that edge is going to last a lot longer than if you got it truly razor sharp. It is razor sharp, but it's not razor blade sharp. Now, if I'm going for a true utility edge, I won't use the leather belt. I will go back to a stone. and gently remove that burr with that stone. This is about an 800 grit stone. You can use it wet or dry. And this will leave a lot of those micro serrations in place so that knife stays good and sharp a lot longer through real work and heavy chores. This is how I do all of my knives that I skin and bone deer with. Using the belt sander to create the edge and profile it, and the stone just to knock the burr off. Good to go. Now, how sharp is this knife? I'd say it's plenty sharp. Plenty sharp for anything you have to do around the house, for sure. So there you go. Best way I know to take dull knives and make them really, really super scary sharp. Razor sharp if you want them, and definitely a good utility edge that will last through heavy chopping chores and a lot of work. Links to everything used is in the description below this video. Thanks for watching. Sharp knives will definitely make every day a little bit better. Check out some of the other videos while you're here. We'll see you next time.